this afternoon. I was only gone for about an hour. And I made it to the gate, and 22 minutes later, here's one of them that showed up. He come in, I mean, just as soon as I got up, and he's done that to me 3 different times. So, he knows that the native sense is here. He knows that the rice bran from Marvin's Building Supplies here has already been feeding. So, we'll see what happens this afternoon and see if he comes back in here.
Yep, if you've ever hunted before or even shot a firearm, then you know that sound all too well. Dry fire. I knew before I left the truck I had loaded this firearm and I was ready for this hunt because I knew when this deer was coming through, there's no way in the world I would have left the truck with this gun not being loaded. So at this point, we have had a great hunt. We've already seen a little spot, got a little 4-point, and now our trophy whitetail, our target buck, is in front of us, and we've got a dry fire situation. I've never experienced this before, especially looking at a mature whitetail through the scope at 60 yards. My mind's racing, adrenaline's pumping, and there's a whole lot of pressure on me of how am I going to pull this off and get this whitetail on the ground. So through experience and patience and the good Lord above, this is what happened. So this is the position I was in that day. Using my bog shooting sticks, with my mossy oak turkey chair, real low to the ground. This is the second time this gun dry fired on me. So now I'm frozen on the scope, thinking, how in the world has this happened to me twice? So what you're hearing is me unloading the bad round and trying to put a new one in chamber to be able to take a shot at this awesome trophy whitetail. And so how I ultimately did it was every time his head would come up, I wouldn't move. But my head never moved. I stayed looking through the scope the whole time, and my hands was going between the scope and the rifle. I was protected by some trees between me and him, so the only thing he could see was the rifle. The rest of my body was behind structure, so he couldn't see me at all. So as long as my hand's in here, as long as he didn't pick up on that, that's why I felt confident enough. I think I can reload this. So the clicking that you're hearing, that is me undoing the bolt back. But what I didn't want to happen was this. And reloading. So I had to stick my hands in here, catch the shells, running my finger up in the barrel to prevent that. It's just a really awesome hunt. Due to experience and the good Lord, honestly, that he allowed this mature whitetail to stay in front of me for an awesome harvest.
I worked hard for that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I worked hard for that one. I see him, he's down. I see him, he's down, baby. Alright, so we're gonna, oh my goodness. I don't know what happened. This was in the gun, and you can see, let me focus this here. You can see it's punched. I went to pull the trigger and it clicked. I've never had that happen. So I slowly racked the gun, put it back in there, pulled it down, and it clicked on me again. I don't know. So I was able to slowly pull this bullet out, rack another one in, and make the shot. I've never been through something like that. Looking eye to eye with a mature buck like that. Having to rack 3 different shells and not make any noise and still get the job done. Man, me and Billy has been on this deer since Velvet. I am freezing to death. I undershot the weather. I got my heated vest on. Well, it died. But, man, we have hunted this deer really, really hard. And it feels good to get one on the ground, to stay persistent and stay patient. Man, I've never had that happen to me before. This will definitely go. This will definitely go to that deer.
Man, what a year it's been. We have chased this buck since velvet season, during feeding him minerals, all through bow season. Had some really close encounters with him multiple times. Just being patient and sitting back and watching the Spy Point cameras have paid off. Big shout out to all of our sponsors: Marvin's Building Supply, Walker Farmers Co-op, Spy Point, Shines, Native Scents. We put our Native Scent straight in this area with our feed, and he came in with his nose on the ground. So Sweet Home Custom Calls. I know deer season's winding down, but turkey season is just around the corner, so be sure to go check them out. So we're fixing to go check out Boldo Processing again and pay him another visit. So we're gonna get out of here.